And I'm from Island Pacific Academy located on Oahu. To start this off, I have a question for the ladies in the audience. Was there ever a time where your period started and it was just the worst possible timing? Anybody? Your entire mood just shifts. However, you end up taking a shower, maybe taking something like Motrin or using a warm compress, which helps soothe cramps, and then crawl right back into bed. Now take a moment and imagine the women who don't have any access to any of those things, and they have to go through that week figuring out how to keep themselves clean. 10 months ago, when we were only in the brainstorming stage of our projects, I had come across a documentary about homeless women and what it's like to live on the streets without the basic necessities. The women talked about having no access to feminine hygiene products or self-care items that would allow them to stay clean. Periods, an occurrence that some people assume to be so little, have major ramifications that a lot don't know about. That's why I want to be able to bring awareness to this situation. I also chose to dive deeper into this because I have a relative that has been impacted by homelessness in the worst way possible, in the same ways that homeless women today are being impacted, and I want to help prevent others from having to go through the same thing. I began to think of different ways I could address the multiple problems that these homeless women were facing, starting in my own community. I wanted to be able to help these women by reaching out to them and giving them access to the things that they need. One of the biggest problems that these women face is what to spend their money on. Every month they are faced with the decision of either buying a box of pads or buying dinner. Because of how overpriced these hygiene products are, they end up spending most of their money in one day and are unable to get through the rest of the week. They shouldn't have to choose between having a warm meal to eat and buying products that will help them feel clean. When they decide to buy themselves a warm meal for the night, they end up having to use things they already have or found. Things like socks, paper bags, paper towels, cotton balls, items that won't really help you get through the week. Along with that, they also risk the chance of getting infections, which can cause further damage to their bodies, like the inability to have babies. For me to be able to put these ideas into action, I started a project called Operation Hope. The reason for the name is because I believe that homeless women and women who bring in low income deserve to have the basic necessities during these times, and not having access to certain items can take a big toll on someone. And I want these women to believe that there is hope for this situation. Operation Hope would donate personal care packages that consist of feminine hygiene products like pads and tampons, simple aid for cramps, things like warm compress and pills, deodorant, and sanitary wipes. Giving back to those who aren't capable of helping themselves and cannot get access to these necessary things to get them through something that they had no say over is very important to me. Without attempting to fix a situation like this, it can lead these women back into bad habits and potentially hitting rock bottom again. There are a lot of women today who have tried to work their way out of being homeless. However, when they are close to the top, because they don't have the right support, they fall back into how they used to be, and this affects both their mental health and the way they feel about themselves. What every woman wants whenever they are going through their personal hell every month is a sense of dignity and feeling okay. In order for me to push this project forward, I need help from my community. People who are willing to volunteer, bring awareness, and can come together to work towards something bigger. I'm currently in the stages of partnering with services like Planned Parenthood, IHS, Onemalu, Helping Homeless Hawaii, and my very own school, Island Pacific Academy. Okay. If we push something like Operation Hope forward and supported these women in a time of need, we can make an immense change. Knowing that they have people around them who care and want to see them get out of the place they're in can be very uplifting. Something as little as a care package can not only help with maintaining their health, but empowerment, because it isn't just a physical problem, but an emotional one. When you're out there with little to no money and support, it creates a chain of problems that could have been prevented. Like the domino effect, fixing one small problem can help start their journey to fixing other ones. And with that, they can move forward and will be able to open that door to new beginnings. With this project, I know we can give these women a better life. Thank you.